And next verse is the says the wonderful things, training in the moral discipline. Moral discipline generally in Tibet is the term. Tzel is like a kind of like the way of like this, maybe positive way and the negative way. Term is the like obligation or like kind of rule. And if you follow and that one, and you should to follow this kind of obligations. For example, if you follow the Buddhist path or Buddha's path, which says principally the way of the Buddhas, you need, there is like to keep that there's one obligation is 10 negative actions you can't do it, 10 positive actions you need to do like this. Therefore we call the moral discipline. And moral discipline is quite very, very important. Why? Without moral discipline, we become very strange. Even the science, they want to give us a discipline, you know. If they don't give discipline or the law, you know, obligations, they say the human beings become the wild cats. And like this, if we, it's like someone's give to us moral discipline, or we automatically our own to take the moral discipline. This is our own self to take the moral discipline, much happy. And for example, when we learn to study what is right and what is wrong, and then these right things to adopt, to practice, wrong things abandoned, and do that naturally. This is what we call the self-discipline. And the maintain the moral discipline is the book. Oh, not just a moment. This is 26 verse, yes? Huh? Okay. If we lack discipline and cannot accomplish our own benefit, this is completely true. Wanting to accomplish the benefit of others is laughing matters. Thus, without worldly aspiration, to maintain a moral discipline, it's a Bodhisattva's practice. Here is one is like a, you know, it is like a, without worldly aspiration, without worldly aspiration. Moral discipline is like a very, very important, and of course it's ourselves, we haven't got moral discipline, and then we come to say, oh, I want to make the accomplish or to help to the others. This is like a kind of laughable, you come to say laughable, or it is like a kind of funny thing. And therefore, to keep the moral discipline, and then it's like not have the aspiration of the worldly aspirations. What does it mean? If I keep this and that kind of moral discipline, maybe I will become and this and that kind of famous, high position. Maybe also it's like if I'm said I have such moral discipline, I'm a good monk, I'm a good nun, I'm a good lama, I'm a good practitioner. And because you should to respect to me, I have such moral discipline, this and that. This kind of kind of worldly aspiration. And also it's like the aspiration to something gain. And that is like, without that, then is to have discipline. It's very, very important. For example, in here, in this perspective, of course, principally, there is 4 like kind of qualities. Yes, you remember? For example, the moral discipline is an antidote for what? And no like a kind of improper conceptual activities. improper conceptual activities is the antidote. This improper conceptual conduct, improper conceptual kind of attitude. It's a both. Like impurpose means it's like a kind of without discipline and doing some crazy things. It's like a kind of improper way. And therefore, this is the antidote. Then others, it's the same, other three things. For example, the benefit, we can say, is like a wish. Fulfillment of the wish is like if you have a good discipline, and maybe you will to get the good families, kind families, beautiful families. And really it's like we often in the Buddhist country say, some couples very love each other and they never do the sexual misconduct to each other and they all the time taking care of each other, they never quarrel this. They said, good luck, maybe they have in the past, they have very good disciplines. And like this, also if you have like children and partners, families, it is very, very, say something. It's okay?
It's the machine over there.
Oh, okay, okay. Huh? Okay. What I say? I'm saying it. Where am I? Oh, moral discipline. I lost my mind. It's a moral discipline. There's like fulfillment, and through to have moral discipline or self-moral discipline, it is the fulfillment of to find great families. Never ever lack of the families. Never ever account and difficult families. That is also like, and of course there is a great maturations and there, and therefore the moral discipline is very, very important. And also it's like when we say it's like once we are commitment and it's like avoid discipline and we need to completely to keep the pure. This is not only the unable, as like how do you say it, unable to like accomplish the higher elements of the one's own benefit, and it's like the thinking about the benefit for all the sentient beings. That is the most important, and to benefit for all is like sentient beings. And through the practicing moral discipline, and then it's like we need to liberate to in the lower elements and also higher elements. It doesn't matter from all these disturbing emotions. And here is everything is okay like this. Okay, maybe we can just stop 5 minutes. Okay,